Today on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear about a family business in Union that was destroyed by a fire. Plus, Governor Janet Mills paid a visit to Piscataquis County to discuss the region's economy. And members of the Herman GOP are remembering the life of political activist Charlie Kirk. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop. Craig Colson is off for today, but as always, we thank you for joining us. We'll have those stories and more coming up, but we'll begin with a check of that forecast. It looks like this stretch of sunny weather will continue today, with temperatures continuing to rise. But first, let's check in with Devin Biggs for a first look at that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College in Calais. Check out the new aquaculture technology program. Alrighty, let's get into things this morning. High pressure continues to keep us nice and quiet, and we're going to stay that way for quite some time with the system just down to our south. We may be watching for some clouds that will begin to move in later on tonight. So let's zoom things out. Our area of low pressure continues to remain parked, bringing some precipitation to a few areas there. But as for us, no precipitation to be seen. But futurecast again, lots of sunshine today. We will be watching for clouds moving in later on tonight, and those clouds will continue to approach as we head towards the daytime period for your Wednesday. But unfortunately, no rainfall to be seen. And as I'll show you in your full forecast, we do need the precipitation. But as for today, we have lower 80s under a mostly sunny sky, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. By tonight, partly cloudy, some areas of dense fog again, with lows in the upper 40s and the wind overall looking nice and calm. The hourly forecast this morning into the afternoon, lots of sunshine again, temperatures warming into the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
A family's business in Union was destroyed in a fire. Authorities say the fire broke out early yesterday morning. Our Grace Blanchard has the details.
It was a frightening scene as a business in Union went up in flames early Monday morning.
Woke up, heard some popping sounds, looked out the window and saw everything on fire over at the winery.
Officials say crews were called to the Sweetgrass Farm Winery and Distillery around 2 a.m. Footage captured by a next-door neighbor shows just how engulfed the building was when first responders arrived.
You know, very close to home and very terrifying, and I can't imagine, they've been around for a long time, and I can't imagine what it must be like to lose, your kind of life investment like that.
According to the Union Fire Department, they faced challenging conditions due to a downed power line and the amount of alcohol fueling the flames. But nobody was injured, and they were able to save the family's home, which is directly next to the winery. The fire marshal's office has been notified. Union's fire chief says the fire was not considered suspicious, but there was too much damage to determine a cause.
There was certainly no lack of people coming in today and expressing their sadness.
Local business owner Brian Fickett says the loss of a small business would be devastating to the town.
Really, it's heartbreaking, especially in a town like Union. We're small but mighty, but we do love our small businesses here, and there is a lack of them.
The owners of the winery say they are grateful their family is safe and told us their Portland tasting room and shop is open, but the future of the location in Union is unclear. In Union, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Two Maine schools addressed their communities on Monday after threats were discovered, forcing one of the schools into lockdown. Both the Charles M. Sumner Learning Campus in Sullivan and Foxcroft Academy in Dover-Foxcroft released statements addressing concerns and confirming no credible threats to safety were found. The Charles M. Sumner Learning Campus was placed in a lockdown while authorities investigated the threat, but the school resumed later that day. The Hancock County District Attorney's Office has confirmed Alicia Krutilski, the former owner of Coastal Dream Rescue and Sanctuary, has died. According to an obituary posted on the Bibber Memorial Chapel website, she died on August 26. Before her death, Krutilski was facing multiple charges of aggravated animal cruelty. In July of 2024, the remains of multiple dogs were taken from Coastal Dreams Rescue and Sanctuary, along with nearly 30 dogs living in poor conditions. She pleaded not guilty to those charges in November of 2024. According to Hancock County District Attorney Robert Granger, the charges will be dropped, but no filing has been made. An Old Town man pled guilty for his role in conspiracy to distribute drugs. According to court documents, 44-year-old Alan Job conspired with others to distribute drugs in the Penobscot County area and elsewhere between January and April of 2021. As a part of the conspiracy, Job regularly supplied fentanyl, cocaine base, methamphetamine, and cocaine to a local dealer to sell for him. Job faces a minimum of 5 years and up to 40 years in prison, as well as a $5 million fine. He also faces up to a lifetime of supervised release once he gets out of jail. The Bangor City Council now has a new chair. Council Chair Cara Pelletier unexpectedly resigned last week, effective immediately, citing, quote, personal attacks from the public. At a special meeting Monday evening, current councilors voted 5-2 to elect Richard Fournier as interim chair. Fournier states that although there are only a few meetings left in the 2024-25 session, he is looking forward to leading the community with a focus on housing efforts.
Just to continue on the business of the city of Bangor and to continue what we've already started. And the focus is on housing.
Fournier has chaired the council before and will hold that title until the November general election. Governor Janet Mills was in Piscataquis County meeting with local leaders and business owners to talk about the region's economy. Our Alex Schley has more.
Monday, Governor Janet Mills was in Dover-Foxcroft, touring businesses and meeting with community leaders. Mills started her day touring the Pleasant River Lumber Company and Puritan Medical Products in Guilford before sitting down with business owners and local officials in Dover-Foxcroft. The discussion focused around local strengths, economic challenges, and how state policy could shape the region's future. Angela Arno, Executive Director of the Piscataquis County Economic Development Council, says these conversations are crucial for both the town and state.
We have a couple of different initiatives that we communicate with on the governor's office and the legislature as far as the workforce goes. In addition to that, it's just looking at what is coming up in this next legislative session and understanding the bills and how to best advocate for the local businesses based on what the legislature is going to be bringing forward.
Mills says the conversation she heard in Piscataquis mirror what she's hearing across the state.
Going into a legislative session in January, what can be done to help people in the rural areas especially. We're concerned about, obviously, health care, Medicaid, and a lot of that is driven by the federal government. We're very concerned about the potential loss of health care to rural areas. We heard that this afternoon here in Piscataquis as well.
Mills also addressed the state's housing market, saying more needs to be done to attract younger families to rural Maine. Mills is also expected to be in Penobscot County Tuesday, where she will also be meeting with community leaders. In Dover-Foxcroft, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Senator Susan Collins spoke at the 11th Annual World Medical Innovation Forum hosted by Mass General Brigham in Boston. Senator Collins discussed numerous issues related to both healthcare and the federal government, including her dissatisfaction with the cuts to Medicaid and President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, and a legal requirement that says children with severe lifelong disabilities must re-register every 6 months to qualify for the Medicaid program. She also says she is still pushing for more funding for rural hospitals.
Eventually, a $50 billion rural hospital transformation, they changed the name of it, fund was included in the bill. That will certainly help, but it does not begin to completely offset the cuts in the Medicaid program. But it should buy us some time.
Collins says she plans to work with CMS Administrator Mehmet Oz, formerly known as Dr. Oz, on TV to get that funding dispersed as quickly as possible. Maine residents and members of the Herman GOP are remembering the life and contributions of conservative political activist Charlie Kirk. Vigils for Kirk were held in Augusta, Bangor, and Portland last week, denouncing political violence. This morning, a small group continued that message by gathering on the I-95 overpass on the Newburgh Road in Herman for a flag waving in Kirk's memory. Herman GOP Chair Danielle Haggerty says Kirk's message of love for God and America resonates throughout the country.
The communities need to know that we are about love as a conservative organization, and there's never a reason for violence. And we know if we go out there and peacefully share our message of our great country, that we will lead the way for others to follow.
Haggerty says people are welcome to peacefully join them in solidarity on the I-95 overpass on the Newburgh Road from 7 to 8 a.m. every day this week. Thanksgiving may still be a while away, but turkey season has just started. Yesterday was the first day of fall wild turkey hunting season, according to the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife. The season is open for both archery and shotgun hunting and will end on November 7th. Experts say turkeys are a worthwhile secondary hunt, and having some good bait can make all the difference.
Turkeys are opportunists. They're generalists. They respond well to food sources that people provide.
Hunters can take up to 2 wild turkeys per day, but the total amount of turkeys allowed depends on hunting districts. The time now is 6:12. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, the popular Maine bargain store Martin's is relocating from their Brewer location. But first, let's take another look at that forecast. Today, mostly sunny, highs are in the 80s. For tonight, partly cloudy and areas of dense fog, temperatures around 49. Tomorrow is mostly sunny, a little bit cooler than today, temperatures around 75. We'll be right back.
Ready to create your backyard oasis? Alexander's Professional Landscaping will work with you to create your perfect outdoor space. Work one-on-one with our landscape designer to create a unique garden to fit your family's personal aesthetics and lifestyle. Have our pros install your new lawn, garden, or patio. Schedule a consultation today by calling 573-4497. Alexander's Professional Landscaping, the way landscaping should be.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, beloved TV star, musician, husband, father, his heartbreaking, shocking death, and now his mother with Robin.
What is it that you were told about that day?
The emotional interview.
Are you feeling love from folks?
This morning on GMA.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Are you ready?
It's Wheels
Year of Fun.
Let's have some fun.
This show's fun.
It's fun. It's so exciting. It's
fun for the whole family. Winning is fun.
so fun. Yes, it is.
A ton of
You
and what's the fun? It's Wheels Year of Fun.
all we need is you.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
Maine bargain store chain Martin's plans to close its Brewer location, but the store will be staying in the area. It was announced by Martin's general manager Fox Keim that the store has purchased the Burlington Coat Factory building at 229 Springer Drive in Bangor. Crews are renovating the building, and the team expects to be moved in by early 2026. Keim says the new building will be more conducive and efficient to retail operations. Later this month, the Brick Church in Bangor is launching a new program called Living Life Skills. It's designed to help people transitioning out of homelessness better prepare for the next step. Unlike many programs focused on behavioral changes, this one aims to give participants a new way to think through some of the problems they face as they transition through the steps to find a better situation. The goal is to give individuals a better chance at success in the future programs like rehab or housing placement. Organizers say it's specially tailored to the needs of Bangor homeless population.
Our goal, of course, is to look for people that are going to be vouchering so that they'll be able to have successful, healthy living independently. But until we do some repair with the individuals, until we actually address some of the issues, there's no way that they're going to have long-term success.
Organizers say the Living Life Skills program is open to everyone and is set to begin on September 22nd at the Brick Church in Bangor. The time is now 6:15. After the break, a coastal storm off North Carolina may cause some travel issues. Plus, Secretary of State Marco Rubio heads to Qatar as negotiations to end the war between Israel and Hamas continue.
Are you experiencing foot pain? Comfort Shoes & More has a team of experts trained in podorthics to help you find relief. They offer tailored fittings, shoe modifications, customized orthotics, and much more for the ordinary or the hard-to-fit foot. Discover the latest in functional and fashionable footwear for men and women from today's top brands: Hoka, Brooks, Keen, Merrell, and Ariat. From running to walking, casual or dress, they have it all. Take the drive to Newport for a sit-and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
Wheel of Fortune is coming to Bangor, and ABC7 Fox 22 wants to send you to see the show September 29th at the Cross Insurance Center. Register to win 2 tickets by stopping by Friends and Family Market in Ellsworth, where you're always either one or the other. Jackson's Automotive in Old Town. We have the automotive expertise that you're looking for. Old Town Redemption Center, offering a 10% bonus on your returnables. And Yield General Store in Carmel. From groceries to hardware, they have you covered. Win tickets to Wheel of Fortune live from ABC7 Fox 22.
Many people living in Maine still face barriers to reliable internet access. TechHelpForMe.org is a free online directory that connects people to local connectivity resources like public Wi-Fi, public computers, free or low-cost computers, digital skills classes, tech help, financial assistance, and more. Learn more at TechHelpForMe.org. Brought to you by the Maine Connectivity Authority and the Maine Association of Broadcasters.
Folks along portions of the East Coast who are trying to enjoy the last few days of summer fun may be in for a damper, with a coastal storm off North Carolina causing some headaches and travel issues. Fox weather correspondent Katie Brin is in Nags Head, North Carolina with the latest.
A small but mighty coastal storm is charging up the East Coast and hammering this stretch of the Outer Banks, bringing the strongest winds this area has seen all summer.
The sand in the air. The sand just hitting you like a sandblaster.
Winds gusting near 60 miles per hour means sand is blowing, rain is coming down at an angle, and big waves are churning up in the ocean, taller than 12 feet, according to an offshore buoy in Nags Head.
Well, to be honest, these are some of the biggest waves that I've ever seen. I don't get to go to the beach that often, and usually when I do, it's maybe 4 or 5 foot swells, but it's the whole beach getting covered, we're getting soaked, and honestly, it's a lot of fun.
Surfers Christian and Charlie are here for a surf competition that's now on hold because of the weather, but they're still getting some practice rounds in.
It's pretty rough on the outside, so we're probably just going to be on the inside, surfing, trying. I'm kind of used to this because we live on the East Coast and we don't really get good waves, so yeah.
This is what I'm used to. Surfing Florida, it's pretty much like this a lot, and there's a pier in my hometown, which is normally where we surf, so it's pretty similar.
The rain and wind combination is making it hard for drivers to see at times, especially along North Carolina's Highway 12. You can see crews working to clear ocean overwash from the road, even shutting down a bridge along the highway after part of a modular home flew off its trailer. Forecasters say this system's expected to head north towards the mid-Atlantic before it wraps up on Wednesday. In Nags Head, North Carolina, Katie Byrne, Fox Weather.
The time is now 6:19. Let's get a full look at our weather forecast. Meteorologist Devin Biggs is in with the latest.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College in Calais. Check out the new Aquaculture Technology program. Alrighty, let's get into things on this Tuesday morning. And the wave heights, or the lack thereof, going on this morning, only at around 3 feet. So we have no advisories in effect along the coast or in fact inland either. So a very calm morning thanks to high pressure. Farther down toward the south, a little bit more active thanks to low pressure there. Water temperatures right now still in the lower to middle 60s. You have to look further down toward the south for any warmer water temperatures to be observed there. But in fact, high pressure keeping us quiet. I promise our radar and satellite is functioning, but you have to look further down toward the south for any kind of low pressure system, and that's it right there. And it will send some clouds in our direction, but high pressure will prevent any kind of precipitation from making it in our direction. Our forecast period will be keeping us dry for as far as the eye can see. Futurecast moving forward, lots of sunshine on the way for us today. Any fog we're seeing this morning, which is localized at best, will be going away as the sun comes out. We will have clouds moving in later on tonight, and as we head towards your Wednesday, we'll call it mostly cloudy, becoming partly cloudy with areas of dense fog on the way later on tonight, and those clouds will continue to approach as we head towards your Thursday. This is why we need the rainfall. I'm going to be showing this for quite some time still. We have severe drought across the state. Farther off towards the north, not as bad. Some moderate drought to abnormally dry conditions, and no drought further off towards the north. Thursday's update, I'm not very convinced it will be any better. In fact, I expect it to be worse, but we'll wait and see when that update comes out for your Thursday. But for today, low 80s, mostly sunny, a good day to get outside with the wind overall looking nice and calm. By tonight, partly cloudy areas of dense fog with lows in the upper 40s and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, mid-70s, mostly cloudy, slightly cooler with that south breeze at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Okay, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College, showing a partly cloudy sky for your Thursday with highs in the upper 70s, and then upper 60s for your Friday under a mostly sunny sky, and then mostly sunny for your Saturday with highs in the low 60s.
Grab a cup, fill it up, top it off, weigh it up. Here at Sweet Frog, you are in total control. Sweet Frog, where our secret ingredient is fun.
You know, we can go into a room and have absolutely nothing in there, nothing on the windows, no color, no character, no tone to a room.
That's, I think, where we're strongest, is being able to help someone envision what's going to go in that window.
And we leave, it's totally transformed into something that the customer wants it to be. We've often been told we make a room look better just by leaving it.
Central Maine Barns and Sheds, quality products built right here in Newport with a strong attention to detail. We have an incredible selection of pre-made options and would be more than happy to custom build a unit specifically for you. Central Maine Barns and Sheds has financing options available, including a rent-to-own program. We provide free delivery and setup within a 30-mile radius of any of our locations. Check out our full inventory at centralmainbarns.com or call for more information, 368-6177.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
I am a big believer in super beta prostate. You'll notice less urges to urinate, and you won't be getting up at night for so many bathroom trips. I wouldn't say it if I didn't truly believe it.
Grab a cup, fill it up, top it off, weigh it up. Here at Sweet Frog, you are in total control. Sweet Frog, where our secret ingredient is fun.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
A major development in President Trump's crackdown on crime. Trump now officially sending troops into another major city. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the details.
This morning, the green light has been given for the National Guard and other federal law enforcement to be sent to Memphis, Tennessee.
We're not going to allow this kind of savagery to destroy our society anymore.
President Trump late yesterday establishing a task force in Memphis to crack down on crime, similar to actions recently taken in the nation's capital.
The effort will include the National Guard as well as the FBI, ATF, DEA, ICE, Homeland Security Investigations, and the U.S. Marshals, and more.
The move welcomed by Tennessee's Republican governor.
I'm tired of crime holding the great city of Memphis back.
But Democratic city leaders in Memphis calling the move unnecessary.
I'm certainly not happy about the National Guard. I am looking forward to trying to find ways to invest in the things that we're already doing to address crime in our city.
We shouldn't have to walk out the door feeling like we're in a militarized zone. This is not the Gaza Strip.
FBI figures show Memphis ranks first in the country in the rate of violent crime, but local officials report making progress, claiming historic reductions, saying the murder rate is at a 6-year low. Trump insists the city is overrun with crime and is vowing to take similar action in other cities run by Democrats.
We're going to be doing Chicago probably next.
Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
President Donald Trump says he's suing the New York Times. Trump announced on his social media platform Truth Social on Monday he plans to file a $15 billion lawsuit against the news organization. The president accused the outlet of defamation, libel, and making false statements about his family and the business. The announcement comes after Trump threatened to sue the outlet after it published articles regarding a note that was given to Jeffrey Epstein and allegedly signed by Trump. Secretary of State Marco Rubio heads to Qatar as negotiations to end the war between Israel and Hamas continue. Rubio met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for 2 days following Israel's attack in Qatar targeting Hamas officials. The Secretary of State now heads to Qatar to promote the end to the war as Israel's attack raised tensions in the region.
What would be your message in Doha today?
Well, we want them to stay engaged. Look, I think ultimately we would all prefer to see a negotiated end that leads to all the hostages being released, that leads to Hamas being disarmed and eliminated as a threat. And we think Qatar can play a very key role in that. So we're going there. You know, we have a close partnership with the Qataris. In fact, we have an enhanced defense cooperation agreement, which we've been working on, and we're on the verge of finalizing. We want them to know how much we appreciate and respect all the time and work and effort they put in the past to these negotiations, and we hope they'll re-engage despite everything that's happened. We know they're upset about it.
Dramatic images released just last night. President Trump says the U.S. military carried out another deadly strike on a boat from Venezuela. The president warning, quote, "We are hunting you." Here's our chief Washington correspondent, Jonathan Karl.
Tonight, President Trump released this video, which he said shows another U.S. military strike in international waters targeting narco-terrorists from Venezuela, who he claimed were attempting to smuggle drugs into the United States. Trump announced the strike, which he said killed 3 people, on social media, saying, quote, "Be warned, if you are transporting drugs that can kill Americans, we are hunting you." This comes just 2 weeks after Trump announced the strike on another alleged boat of drug smugglers from Venezuela, a strike he said killed 11 members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. The strikes represent an unprecedented use of American military power against alleged smugglers that are usually handled by law enforcement. Tonight, President Trump acknowledged that the U.S. strikes could accidentally hit fishing boats.
I mean, to be honest, if I were a fisherman, I wouldn't want to go fishing. Just a nice, let's take a little trip, because I'd say, man, maybe they think I have drugs downstairs. I don't want that.
Tonight, there are renewed questions about the first strike. A U.S. official tells ABC News the boat had turned around before the strike. But Secretary of State Marco Rubio said today it doesn't matter which direction the boat was heading.
What needs to start happening is some of these boats need to get blown up. Some of these boats need to be not just intercepted, but stopped, no matter what direction they plan to head.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro called that first attack a, quote, criminal strike. Some in the United States, including at least one Republican senator, have said the attacks on alleged smuggling votes are illegal, but President Trump is vowing to attack alleged smugglers on land just as he has those at sea. Jonathan Karl, ABC News, the White House.
River patrols in the UK increased security ahead of President Donald Trump's visit. Marine units carried out river patrol and searches on the Thames near Windsor as part of preparations for President Trump's second state visit. The event marks the first time a U.S. president has been invited by the royal family for a second state visit. Trump previously visited in 2019 during his first term when he was hosted by the late Queen Elizabeth II. Preparations for the three-day visit hosted by King Charles III at Windsor Castle started well ahead of Trump's arrival.
So we've been planning this for the last couple of months. The Marine Support Unit have been in Windsor since Friday, and we're here for the next week. We're going to be doing high visibility patrols, some searching, some specialist searching in and around the area, and working with our partners in the Environment Agency to deliver a safe event.
The visit is expected to strengthen the UK's ties with Trump, whose policies have caused a disruption in traditional trade and security relationships. According to estimates from the American Trucking Association, the nation continues experiencing a shortage of truck drivers, with a deficit of about 60,000 workers. And with this week marking National Truck Driver Appreciation Week, many who remain in this critical industry say there's a slew of factors making it harder for them to compete and earn a living, and it's leading to calls for reform. Fox Business correspondent Jeff Flock has more from Cranberry, New Jersey.
We hear a lot about the shortage of truckers, but talking to truckers themselves, they say the real problem is a shortage of qualified drivers. That's what the Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy, heard when he visited the Molly Pitcher rest stop along the New Jersey Turnpike. He was announcing 2 pilot programs easing some regulations on truckers on this Trucker Appreciation Week. But he was told by the truckers that forcing to compete with truckers that don't care about any regulations are the real problems.
Let's keep the playing field level.
Many of them, the truckers say, coming from outside the U.S., some that may be here illegally and may not even speak English. Requiring English proficiency has been a priority of the Trump administration since the case of Hajinder Singh. He is a trucker who got a license in California, and he caused a crash in Florida that killed 3 people. 3 states have been warned by Secretary Duffy, New Mexico, California, and Washington, that they must comply with English proficiency for truck drivers.
New Mexico is showing signs that they're going to comply with us. Washington and California, not so much. But there's a lot of other strings that we can pull to make sure we get compliance.
The truckers we talk to say that unfair competition is helping drive freight rates down and putting honest truckers out of business.
Those that utilize them are only doing it because this is a group of people that they know they can get to work cheap. Exploit them.
It's hard to think of anything we don't buy, eat, or sell that doesn't come to us by truck. Consequently, the health of that industry is pretty important. The Molly Pitcher rest stop on the New Jersey Turnpike. I'm Jeff Flock with the Fox Business Network.
Coming up on the second half of the newscast, residents of Whitneyville are helping their community one plate at a time. This and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Well, qualified buyers can get 2.9% APR for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Or current qualified lessees can get this Silverado pickup for around $399 a month.
When you combine a fast-paced word game,
4 of them make $1.
Hoarders, hosted by Leah Remini.
What is swing? Did you just say what is? You just realized you're not on Jeopardy. Okay.
You've got a recipe for fun.
I got a few dances, Leah. I like to do this guy here. At weddings, I kill it.
You do not kill nothing with that.
People puzzling.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Let's turn it over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College in Calais. Check out the new aquaculture technology program. Alrighty, let's get into things this morning. High pressure continues to keep us nice and quiet, and we're going to stay that way for quite some time with the system just down to our south. We may be watching for some clouds that will begin to move in later on tonight. So let's zoom things out. Our area of low pressure continues to remain parked, bringing some precipitation to a few areas there. But as for us, no precipitation to be seen. But futurecast again, lots of sunshine today. We will be watching for clouds moving in later on tonight, and those clouds will continue to approach as we head towards the daytime period for your Wednesday. But unfortunately, no rainfall to be seen. And as I'll show you in your full forecast, we do need the precipitation. But as for today, we have lower 80s under a mostly sunny sky with the wind overall looking nice and calm. By tonight, partly cloudy, some areas of dense fog again with lows in the upper 40s and the wind overall looking nice and calm. The hourly forecast this morning into the afternoon, lots of sunshine again. Temperatures warming into the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. For the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Melissa Adon.
Demi Lovato has announced her 9th studio album will be released next month. It's Not That Deep will feature 11 new tracks, which Lovato says are meant for late nights and dance floors. 2 songs, Here All Night and Fast, have already been released as singles. Lovato has sold nearly 10 million albums over the course of her career. Music lovers just can't get enough of K-pop Demon Hunters' Golden. One of the songs from the record-breaking Netflix film has now topped the Billboard Hot 100 chart for the 5th straight week, marking the longest run in the #1 slot for an animated act. Previous animated chart toppers include the Archies and the Chipmunks.
Songwriting's a funny thing. It's about searching for something.
For the first time, we're hearing what Jeremy Allen White's singing voice sounds like in the upcoming Bruce Springsteen biopic, thanks to a new trailer for Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. Director Scott Cooper says the movie follows the boss through the most vulnerable chapter of his life. It also stars Jeremy Strong and Mark Maron. Deliver Me From Nowhere hits theaters October 24th. And happy birthday to Nick Jonas. The Jonas Brothers frontman is 33 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Police say the alleged ringleader of a group of criminals who targeted celebrities is now in custody. Prosecutors call his criminal history disturbing. Here's ABC's Perry Russum.
Count 9, robbery in the first degree.
This morning, the man accused of targeting celebrities and pro athletes in a string of burglaries and robberies is behind bars in Seattle, pleading not guilty to 10 felony counts. Police showing us the extensive amount of jewelry, stacks of cash, and weapons they say were seized in the investigation. One alleged target, the rapper Macklemore.
I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket.
Police say the suspect, 29-year-old Patrick Masonette, and another man broke into Macklemore's home in June and pepper sprayed a nanny. Months earlier, police say Masonette was one of 3 men who robbed Super Bowl champion Richard Sherman's family at gunpoint. Sherman posting this video of the suspects fleeing. Masonette is also accused of targeting these 3 current and former baseball stars. He was quiet in court yesterday, in stark contrast to his recent arraignment.
Don't forget to tell them I'm from the 50s.
Authorities say despite a long and violent criminal history, a judge allowed Masonette to walk free on bail with an ankle monitor after he was charged with a home invasion in 2023. They say he cut off that ankle monitor before becoming the ringleader of this recent crime spree. The judge, when asked to defend his bail decision in that prior case, said,
"Well, I think there's always the hope that people have the capacity to change their behavior. And this was a young person."
Perry Russum, ABC News, New York.
Still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports. Don't go away.
The $7,500 federal tax credit for eligible electric vehicles is ending. Must take delivery by September 30th, 2025. Visit Court Cadillac in Bangor.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Join us every Friday this season as we celebrate the return to the gridiron with the most highlights, reactions, and analysis of your favorite teams. Catch Sports Blitz Friday at 11 on ABC 7. Sports Blitz is brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 30 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. And by Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holden, where you'll find furniture that's in stock and ready for delivery.
Every answer tells a story.
Name a reason you might want to get rid of a tattoo.
You lost a bunch of weight, so now it's all...
Family Feud.
It was an anchor, now it's a fork.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
Half-off deals are waiting for you at foxbangor.com. Click on half-off deals and see how much you can save only at foxbangor.com. Folks, welcome back in, and happy Victory Monday to all you Patriots fans out there as the New England Patriots picked up their first win over the Miami Dolphins on Sunday by a score of 33-27. The first win of the Mike Vrabel era was an up-and-down roller coaster. However, providing some consistency all game long was Patriots running back Ramondre Stevenson. Stevenson tallied 142 total yards, and every single one of them were crucial in the win after Patriot running backs were essentially shut down last week against the Raiders.
Felt very good. We put in a lot of work during the OTAs, training camp, so I think I said it yesterday, it's hard to win in this league, so when we do win, it's great. I think we ran the ball more yesterday than the first week, but our linemen they were working together. Those double teams were getting, to the second level and opening up holes for me, AG, and Trey.
The Patriots surpassed 30 points for the first time since October 16th, 2022, in large part thanks to a stellar game from quarterback Drake May as he threw for 230 yards and 2 touchdowns while rushing for 31 yards and a touchdown, a big-time response to his subpar performance last week. Here's Vrabel on his quarterback.
That was hugely efficient. The ball went where it was supposed to go. He was decisive. I thought he did a great job of transferring up into the pocket, setting his depth, and then transferring up, being really good with the football, being able to pull through with 2 hands in the pocket when they have, edge rushers and we're on the road. That's where it's going to be really critical, is to be able to set the depth of the pocket, get back, keep your eyes downfield, transfer up into the pocket and deliver the football, and he did that on multiple occasions.
Almost 3 years since the past Pats have surpassed 30 points. Staying with the NFL, while you may have been watching that Pats win, there was a wild slate of games, of 1 p.m. games happening simultaneously, with some big news coming out of the game in Cincinnati. In the middle of the second quarter, star quarterback Joe Burrow was sacked while trying to navigate a muddy pocket. And although it seemed like a routine sack, didn't twist in any obscured way, he stayed down on the ground, pointing to his left toe. It was later reported that Burrow suffered a grade 3 turf toe injury and has opted into a surgery that will sideline him for at least 3 months. For those wondering, turf toe is a strain or tear in the ligaments in your big toe. Jake Browning will take over as quarterback of the Bengals. Tough there for the league. Hate to see Joe Burrow go down again. Moving up to Boston now, the Red Sox avoided being swept by the Yankees with a 6-4 win on Sunday Night Baseball. The Sox exploded in the first inning after Garrett Crochet went 1-2-3. The Boston offense blew the top off this one, scoring all 6 of their runs. In the bottom of the first, Boston had success moving runners around the diamond, which manager Alex Cora says has been an emphasis lately in the clubhouse.
Yeah, it was huge. We've been talking about runners in scoring position. We did an amazing job putting the ball in play. That's, I mean, in an era that people love what they do, right? I mean, hit the ball out of the ballpark, and that's the reason they're so good. Where we at right now, we're not doing that, so we have to cash in. We have to, make contact when it matters and try to score, of course, as many runs as possible.
The Sox currently sit in the second wild card position, just 1 game up on the Houston Astros, as they are in a dead sprint to the finish line with 2 weeks left in the season.
I mean, if you tell me Fort Myers, we're in a playoff spot going into with 2 weeks left, I would take it. So I know a lot of people here would take it too, So, we're not perfect, like I always said, but it's a good baseball team. So, be ready for Tuesday. We have bigger goals than playing over 500. Our goal is to play in October.
Sox begin a series with the Athletics on Tuesday. Sunday was National Field Hockey Day, and the Black Bear field hockey team celebrated with a 9-0 win over New Haven. During that contest, forward Zoe Ferber scored not just her first goal of the season, but 4 more after that, tallying a total of 5 on the day. She tied the school record for most goals scored in a single game and points recorded in a single game. It was also the most goals Maine has scored in a single match since 2022, which is huge for their confidence as conference play is lurking right around the corner. That is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
My dad got shoved by an employee at the nursing home and broke his hip. When I asked management about it, they tried to cover it up and said it was an accident.
If a serious injury has happened at a nursing home that's brought up cause for concern, call the 2s right now.
Our attorney at Lowry Law investigated and found out the truth. The nursing home had to take responsibility for what happened to my dad.
If you suspect nursing home abuse or neglect, we're your go-to lawyers.
Everything is so expensive these days, and being a widow makes things even tougher. I worked 4 jobs just to get by. That's why I'm so grateful for Senator Collins' new law. It restores Social Security benefits for thousands of Mainers just like me. Benefits we earned. Now I can enjoy my retirement with my grandchildren. Thank you, Senator Collins, for always delivering for Maine.
Call Senator Collins. Thank her for fighting for Maine.
Looking for a new roof in Maine? Sasny Roofing has you covered with 6 roofing options: asphalt, metal, rubber, and more. We also handle gutters, siding, and expert brick chimney repairs. Choose from multiple roofing systems with warranties up to 50 years. With 200 plus 5-star Google reviews and financing available, you can trust our experienced team to deliver quality that fits your home and your budget. Serving the entire state of Maine. Call now at 207-GET-ROOF or visit SasnyRoofing.com.
Neighbors helping neighbors isn't just a catchy slogan. It's how Mainers live their daily lives in Down East Maine. Our Jody Hershey has more.
Roll or biscuit?
Roll, please.
Help yourself to the butter.
Everyone knows everyone in the small Washington County town of Whitneyville, where the population is 200. So when the community puts on a monthly potluck, it's a big deal.
We can seat 130 people, and when we do the pot roast, we get close to 130. Next month, we're doing New England boiled dinner. This place will be jammed.
These old-fashioned community dinners were head cook Nate Pennell's idea.
We needed money to keep the library going. So this, I figured, was one way we could make a go of it if we could cook a good meal.
For $12 per person, residents in Whitneyville and surrounding towns not only get to feed their appetites, they get to feed their souls, knowing whatever is left over will be packaged and delivered to their neighbors in need.
Tonight we're hoping to have at least 30 or 35 meals to take out to shut-ins and handicapped people that can't get here to have a meal.
These takeout boxes are hand-delivered to people in Whitneyville, Machias, Jonesboro, and Cutler.
There's an elderly couple. She was in a car accident, so she doesn't get out much, and they are so grateful to get a meal once a month.
Marshfield resident Lillian Hanscom says these gatherings help those living in Down East Maine stay connected.
We're all very close, and we all live in our little small town, but we all like to get together, and I think it's the Whitneyville suppers that bring us together.
In Whitneyville, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meals were distributed after the Whitneyville potluck, and the meal itself raised $1,300 for the library. That's the largest amount raised at a single community dinner over the past 19 years. Now let's turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College in Calais. Check out the new Aquaculture Technology program. Alrighty, let's get into things on this Tuesday morning. And the wave heights, or the lack thereof, going on this morning, only at around 3 feet. So we have no advisories in effect along the coast, or in fact inland either. So a very calm morning thanks to high pressure. Farther down toward the south, a little bit more active thanks to low pressure there. Water temperatures right now still in the lower to middle 60s. You have to look further down toward the south for any warmer water temperatures to be observed there. But in fact, high pressure keeping us quiet. I promise our radar and satellite is functioning, but you have to look further down toward the south for any kind of low pressure system, and that's it right there. And it will send some clouds in our direction, but high pressure will prevent any kind of precipitation from making it in our direction. Our forecast period will be keeping us dry for as far as the eye can see. Futurecast moving forward, lots of sunshine on the way for us today. Any fog we're seeing this morning, which is localized at best, will be going away as the sun comes out. We will have clouds moving in later on tonight, and as we head towards your Wednesday, we'll call it mostly cloudy, becoming partly cloudy with areas of dense fog on the way later on tonight, and those clouds will continue to approach as we head towards your Thursday. This is why we need the rainfall. I'm going to be showing this for quite some time still. We have severe drought across the state. Farther off towards the north, not as bad. Some moderate drought to abnormally dry conditions, and no drought further off towards the north. Thursday's update, I'm not very convinced it will be any better. In fact, I expect it to be worse, but we'll wait and see when that update comes out for your Thursday. But for today, low 80s, mostly sunny, a good day to get outside with the wind overall looking nice and calm. By tonight, partly cloudy areas of dense fog with lows in the upper 40s and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, mid-70s, mostly cloudy, slightly cooler with that south breeze at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Okay, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College, showing a partly cloudy sky for your Thursday with highs in the upper 70s, and then upper 60s for your Friday under a mostly sunny sky, and then mostly sunny for your Saturday with highs in the low 60s.
building a new home or garage, or expanding your current living space, the Home Planning Center specialist at Hammond Lumber Company are here to help. Bring them your ideas and explore Hammond's digital library of stock drawings for more inspiration. Hammond's drafting department will provide a customized floor plan. Once you approve the design, you'll receive detailed plans and a complete materials list. And when you buy all your materials from them, Hammond will refund all your design fees. To get started, bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Wheel of Fortune is coming to Bangor, and ABC7 Fox 22 wants to send you to see the show September 29th at the Cross Insurance Center. Register to win 2 tickets by stopping by Friends and Family Market in Ellsworth, where you're always either one or the other. Jackson's Automotive in Old Town. We have the automotive expertise that you're looking for. Old Town Redemption Center, offering a 10% bonus on your returnables. And Yield General Store in Carmel. From groceries to hardware, they have you covered. Win tickets to Wheel of Fortune live from ABC7 Fox 22.
Summer is here, and the professionals at Frost Garage in Hamden know how to keep your vehicle in top shape. Trade out your old tires for summer tires or all seasons. Oil, lube, and filter to keep your car running smoothly. Swap those dirty cabin air filters for easy breathing and fresh air inside. Replace those worn-out wipers and see clearly again. Get your vehicle in shape with help from the professionals at Frost Garage, 46 Western Avenue in Hamden, and online at frostgarage.com.
From Hollywood, it's Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars, tonight on ABC.
Racing history revved into the town of Winterport this weekend for the annual Pine Tree Jamboree. This unique 3-day drag racing event features Ford flatheads from 1953 and earlier, everything from cars to motorcycles and even flathead lawnmowers. The Pine Tree Jamboree has become a go-to event for classic car and classic truck owners. This year's gathering attracted an unprecedented amount of people to the Fernald Field Dragway. Many of the Jamboree participants brought campers so they could stay right at the dragway for all 3 days of the event. And Lee County Sheriff deputies responding to what they are calling a burglary in progress. Yes, you heard that right. Deputies say a wild boar, possibly weighing 300 pounds, smashed through the back door of a house in Lay Acres, Florida. The boar then stood in the living room, surrounded by busted glass from the sliding glass door. This happened last week on September 4th. The family could do nothing but watch in shock and awe. The boar then darts back outside and charges at the deputy multiple times before it was finally lassoed and taken back into the woods. Thank you for joining us today. That is all for this hour. Stay with us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22. Have a great day, everyone.